your family doing during this tough situation?
We're good. You know, just me and the girls, me and the ladies. Man, it's me and 5 women in the house. You know, and we're getting along. Everything's great. Thank God. I got a house built a couple of years ago that we have enough room so we can separate ourselves from one another. But it's been a blessing. It's also been something that we can kind of reset and you know, get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, so that's been incredible. I got a fiance who I'm going to marry in October. If this coronavirus kind of goes things, it goes away. But you know, it's helped our relationship as well. So it's helped us to realize a lot about each other. So we've been able to grow, and it's been good, man. It's been a blessing. I'm not going to complain about it. It's just unfortunately that people are dying and don't want to see that and out of work. So that's not the blessing part. But the blessing part is the fact that I'm able to kind of reset my own life and to try and get a lot of productive, positive things going in my own life as well. So I'm using the time wisely.
Yeah. So for the viewers who just joined, if you don't mind, can you explain your background a little bit, and then tell people that when did you get interested in the sports business and when you became with the actor? And I see you done some stuff with Hyperdrive, Netflix movie, and then you're an author, motivational speaker. So can you explain when you got involved with all those stuff?
It's like a transformation. The reason I got into broadcasting is because when I was young, I wanted to be an actor, but I knew acting wasn't stable. So I was like, what can I do to get on television? And broadcasting or being a sportscaster was something that was natural for me because I loved playing sports growing up as a kid. And I knew I wasn't good enough to actually go to the NFL or go to the NBA or Major League Baseball. So I said, you know, let's talk about it. So when I was in the military, I went to school, studied for it or whatever. And fortunately for me, I got my first job broadcasting the day I got discharged from the military. And that was 25 years ago in February. So, you know, it's been a lot of transitions, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of highs and lows, great times and bad times. Been fired twice in this business, whatever it happens. But it's something that I've accepted, and it's something that's been a blessing for me. It's been the best job. I've had the best life that I can actually ask for. I regret a lot of things? I don't necessarily have any regrets. I just have some life lessons that I've learned. But at the same time, it's like I wouldn't trade it for anything because it's made me the person I am. So the transformation for me is like I would love sports, but then when you have topics like this with the Ahmaud Arbery situation coming up with a young man who was killed in Indianapolis or Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, you hear all these other things, man, it's time to let you know. And I got this feeling inside that I have to use my voice and use my platform for things that's outside of the world of sports, because sports, although it's important as we see now as a form of entertainment, I need to be able to speak passionately about the things I really want to speak about. And those things that I really want to speak about are the world issues that are stopping us from being the greatest country on the face of the earth. And I think you already know what those things are. And the book came about because, you know, I had a lot of things, a lot of traumas on the inside that I didn't express for a long period of time. And it affected me both personally, but it affected the people around me. So when I started writing the book, it became my therapy. And the reason I put it out, because I wasn't going to put it out in the beginning, is because, you know, I wanted to be transparent, let people know that I'm not perfect. And I had a lot of things that went on in my life that caused me to hurt myself and hurt other people around me because of the traumas that was happening. So if I can use that as an inspiration to some people to help them realize that they may need some therapy and that they may be going through a lot of trauma that they don't accept or they don't know about and they don't want to get some help about, then if I'm able to convince them otherwise, then I'm doing my job. So that's the reason I put that out.
Yeah, by the way, thank you for your service.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. So, like, can you speak on, like, how did that movie come about and how did you get involved with the Hyperdrive?
Oh, Hyperdrive was, it was funny. I always tell people this is a good lesson. It's like you don't know how people that come into your life, how they're going to affect you years later. It's, I met the producers of Hyperdrive when I went and talked to them about, it's a game I can't even think of it. It's about robots, you know, I can't kill robots or something like that. So I was up for this other job, right? And I didn't end up getting it, but the producers liked me. And so we kept in touch. I was really nice, whatever, wasn't pissed off or upset that I didn't get the job, whatever. I was disappointed, but I kept in touch, basically told them how I enjoyed it. It was always a good fun, entertaining meeting that we had, and we made a connection. So I stayed in touch with them. And then eventually when Hyperdrive came along, they thought of me, and they called my agent up and said, hey, we want him to test for Hyperdrive, and went in and tested. And it was a long process, and there were times where I didn't think I was going to get the job. There was times where in that regards, to keep my mind positive about the thing. And eventually, they gave me a call, man, and they decided to give me the job. So it was funny because it was supposed to be just 2 hosts on the show, and they made it 3. And I'm thankful that they made it 3. I'm not saying I was going to be the second or the third person that they was going to choose or whatever, but I do know that the first person that they wanted, they had already solidified him. So by adding me and Michael Bisping to the crew, along with Rutledge Wood, who's outstanding, to make that a trio instead of a duo, I thought it was outstanding. It was one of the best experiences of my professional career. I had so much fun doing that. And I just, wish you would have gotten more traction on Netflix and made more money. But it was a great experience I'll never forget.
So obviously you did some work with Fox Sports, and you still do with Fox Sports. So how's it like working with them at Fox Sports, and like the experience working with all the crew there, and how's that like working on Fox Sports?
Fox is great, man. It's like I don't do as much work over there as I used to when I first got there. I do probably about 50 to 75 shows a year over there. Mainly do my job over at Fox Soul as a talk show host, but as I was talking about making that transition out of sports, but sports will always kind of be in my DNA and my blood. It's always going to be a passion of mine. So going over there and working for them and working with some really good people, everybody over there that I work with, they're really good people. It was a different shift from when I was working at ESPN, and there's been a lot of turnover at Fox since I've been there. But one thing I can say for certain is that if there is a bad day that you have in Fox Sports or Fox Sports 1, it's an aberration and not the norm. And that's one of the things that I love about it. It's like still going over there and it's still a good experience for me. And I enjoy working with good, positive people. And like I said, for the most part, I know no one's perfect and no organization is perfect, but for the most part, everybody that I work with over there are incredible people and good people, and I enjoy it. So I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. And I used to say I was happy, but I was suffering on the inside. That's one of the reasons I wrote Open Mic or whatever. But literally, I can say, genuinely, I can say that I am extremely happy both on the inside and on the outside. So, I'm just grateful. And I got the best gig in the world, being able to talk about sports and issues that affect us in this world for a living. So who wouldn't want that?
So
thank you, Mr.
So who was your role model in the sports industry growing up, and who was your biggest influencer in your life?
As far as role model in sports, a lot of people wanted to say, I derived from a guy like Stuart Scott, and I love Stuart. Don't get me wrong, rest in peace. I got a chance to work with Stuart while I was at ESPN, who was there at the same time. Never actually worked with him. That's crazy. But our styles were similar. I know my personality is who I am, and I've always tried to just be myself and whatnot. But the person that I looked up to was Dan Patrick, before I got to ESPN. I've always liked his style. He's really smooth. He's very conversational. He likes to have fun, but he knows how to take an interview seriously when he needs to. He's always prepared. That's a guy that I actually looked up to, and I actually got a chance to be a colleague of his for a short amount of time before he left to go to NBC, like a year after I got there. But I looked up to him in the industry, and it's overall, as far as broadcasting is concerned, I just had like a hodgepodge of different people, man. Local reporters, one who actually turned out to became my uncle because I married his niece, my first wife or whatever. So those are the type of people I kind of look up to or whatever. So I didn't really have like that particular role model that was a famous guy that I said, hey, I want to be just like him when I grow up. I just kind of took bits and pieces from everybody and kind of created a Frankenstein skeleton of what I felt like I was already, and I just had to make it come to fruition.
So obviously tonight we're going to get the NFL schedule released. I'm looking forward to that. And so on ESPN, I was watching SportsCenter on this afternoon, and they were talking about what games are they interested in, looking forward to? And for you, I'm going to ask you this: what games interested you? Like a player that returns to play against their former team. So which game is more interested to you?
It was crazy. It's like, I told you I do sports, but I'm not even really following that. I know the schedule comes out today. I know what's funny is like on my talk show on Fox Soul, which is a TV talk show, and it's talking about issues or whatever that affect our community. This is our sports show tonight, where we actually have sports people for. We do it like once a week, and we got Trey Turner from the San Diego Chargers actually on the show with us tonight.
Nice.
So we're talking to him. We'll talk about the schedule release, but I don't know. I know how it goes, but I'm not sure if there is a matchup that I'm looking forward to. That I'm saying, okay, this person is coming back now. Like if it was time for the Patriots to be playing the NFC South and Tom Brady was going to play against New England this year, of course, who wouldn't want to see that? But I don't think that's not on the schedule. So I don't see any. I don't know if I can't tell you. I know what to say. Do the Tampa Bay Bucks play the Pats this year?
Wait, they do?
If they do, then that would be. I don't know if that's the case. Like I said, because I haven't really been following that closely or whatever. But if that were the case, I would definitely be looking forward to that because I always like to see legends play against their former team, especially for the first time. So
I'll give you one. Odell Beckham going back to MetLife Stadium. That I think that's going to play.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that because I'm a Giants fan too. So every Giants fan, and that still hurts me that ODB's not with them. OBJ's not with them anymore, man. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to what he's going to do against them and that defense, which still is terrible in my opinion. But I guess that will be it, man.
Yeah, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, so.
Oh no, sorry for you. Sorry. Sorry to hear that.
So we have a question.
So what do you think about the whole Dak Prescott Andy Dalton situation? Do you think Dak deserves his money or what?
Oh man, Dak Prescott. For me as a Cowboy fan, I need to see more out of him before he gets paid. And I love the signing of Andy Dalton. I think he brings veteran. We finally have a veteran quarterback that we needed, and he can start games. He can win games, and he's shown in Cincinnati he can win games. So I feel like he has better talent here in Dallas, and plus he went to school in TCU. So I feel like he'll be more rejuvenated back home where he was before. So I feel like if Dak goes down with the injury, knock on wood, I don't want to see that happen. Dak going down with the injury. We have a quarterback now that can win games for us, and I feel confident that Andy Dalton will fit well in the system. And I just need to see more out of Dak Prescott before giving him the money. Don't get me wrong; he's a good quarterback, but he needs to take the advantage now because we have more weapons, especially CeeDee Lamb. So he has no excuses to use all the weapons we have now.
No, I mean, I'm trying to think what more needs to be seen out of Dak Prescott that other quarterbacks who got big paydays and secured their jobs, like, Goff got his contract before, he went to the Super Bowl. So, like, he was the highest paid. Like, I remember as a Giants fan, Eli Manning hadn't taken his team to the playoffs in a while. He got his contract based on Super Bowls in the past or whatever. So, I'm like, Dak in his first 4 or 5 years has done the job, man. His numbers are up there with Wentz, I should say, in Philadelphia. Carson Wentz in Philadelphia. So I don't understand what more, but I know it's Dallas Cowboys fans, and you guys are always, looking for more and expecting way too much and not ever getting what you're looking for. So you just expect the world to change because, he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, and I understand there's more pressure with that. But I think Dak has shown that he has the ability to be a franchise-leading quarterback, and I think it's an embarrassment that they haven't paid this man the money that he deserves to have.
But do you see him getting like $40 million, over $40 million, or?
No, I think he should get fair market price. I think it's like it continues to reset itself as quarterbacks go. Quarterbacks, when it's for certain quarterbacks, when it's their time to come up and get paid, the rhetoric is, well, it's just his time. Yeah, he may not have led his team to the Super Bowl. He might not be, playoff caliber quarterback, but he's a franchise quarterback, so it's his time to pay him the money that is going rate for a quarterback. It's Dak's time. Now, do you want to make him Kirk Cousins and do what the Washington Redskins did and franchise him and do all that type of stuff? But Kirk Cousins eventually got paid with the Minnesota Vikings. So it's like, is he as good as Kirk Cousins? Absolutely. Is he as good as Carson Wentz? Absolutely. The numbers prove that. So I don't understand why other quarterbacks are getting these franchise, long-term deals and whatnot, and Dak Prescott, who has a really good record in his first 4 or 5 years in the league, and basically ended Tony Romo's career as a quarterback, besides the injury or whatever, that they trusted him that much on his rookie deal that now it's time to actually pay this man. You don't want to give him his money.
Yeah, it should be interesting what we do. But we have a question here for you from Global. Speaking of Global Kid Media, this kid, he's 13 years old. He's already interviewed 1,000 people. He's trying to be the first kid to be a sideline reporter in any sport. So this is the question he asked for you. Do you see a first kid sideline reporter in any sport?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Global Kid Media too. I've seen some of his work, so I'm familiar with him. So shout out to you. First and foremost, I think it's incredible that I love when kids are like self-starters and doing things on their own. It's so different from when I was coming up, when we had to actually sit down at a TV station and do a tape and send out 3/4-inch tapes. You guys are so innovative, so I love this generation. So keep doing what you're doing. And absolutely, as far as like a sideline kid reporter, I mean, you see it kind of often. Sometimes it's a little gimmicky or whatever, and they do it and whatnot. But yeah, if you are prepared, you do your job, you're ready to go, and you're not, just a gimmick. Yeah, why not? I mean, I don't know what kind of child labor laws out there or whatever. I don't know what you mean, how old a kid has to be, but yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, if you're in college, if that's still being a kid or whatever, and you get a job as a sideline reporter for somebody, you should. I don't see why not. I don't see what's holding it back. If you know what you're talking about, you're good. People want to see you. You'll get a job. Somebody will give you an opportunity, hopefully somewhere, and you just need to shine once you get that opportunity.
Yeah, so there's a comment here, Miss Omaha. She said, we need a good coach to help Nebraska out. Ella, what do you think, Mike?
Yeah, they already know Scott Frost. Oh my gosh, man! Like, he was the savior, though, right? I thought he was coming in, and, he doing his thing, whatever. It's like, hey, it's tough, man. Nebraska, just people look back in the years of Tom Osborne and all those powerhouse Nebraska teams that they had, and it's kind of a shame that they're not as good as they used to be, man. But they're playing a tough conference too. That's a tough conference to overcome. So. Look, I think college teams eventually turn around, like you said, with the right coach, right system, have the right recruits to come in there, and I think it's a matter of time. So, get Scott Frost some time. I always say give college coaches that come in, give them 3 or 4 seasons. Let them get their recruits in, because you got to get rid of the old recruits. You got to bring in your own. So if you're not seeing a change by that 4th season, then yeah, I think you're in trouble. But I also believe that Nebraska football, I don't know if you'll ever get back to where you were when you had Tommy Frazier and those guys playing football, but to get back to respectability, I think it's doable under that coach that they have now.
Yeah. So before I let you go, I got some rapid fire questions for you and 2 takes. Kawhi Leonard's laugh or Kevin Hart's laugh?
Kawhi, no doubt. Yeah.
Favorite food?
Something I shouldn't be eating, but it's Italian food, man. I love chicken parmesan. Shouldn't be eating it, but it's my favorite food.
Who is the funniest person on the Fox Sports cast?
Funniest person on the Fox Sports. Funniest. I'm gonna go. Besides me, because I think I'm hilarious. But no. Funniest. It has to be either Dontrell Willis, in my opinion. Dontrell Willis and Nick Swisher. When I go show those guys on baseball, man, It's funny, the energy. I don't even feel like I'm at work, man. They're really two of my favorite guys to work with ever.
Nick Swisher, man, he brings. Oh my God! Speaking of Nick Swisher, I'm a Yankee fan, and when he was with the Yankees, he always brought the energy. He's like, he doesn't get mad at all. He's always energetic and crazy, it's a good thing. But yeah, he's a great analyst now. He was a great player too.
One of the most positive guys you'll ever meet too, man. I just love that guy to death, man.
Yeah.
And Dontrell is the same guy, just a real down-to-earth brother, man, that says it like it is. It says what's on his mind.
Thoughts on this Michael Jordan documentary so far?
I love it. I mean, I was concerned after the first 2 episodes. I didn't think they were showing enough behind-the-scenes stuff. Now it's getting into the nitty-gritty. You can really see what's going on, man. It's the fact that it's raw, it's honest, it's Michael Jordan the way you've never seen him before. I've never seen him this candid. I've been around him before, whatnot, but this is real. This is what you're seeing. The fact that you got the behind-the-scenes footage now, like when they were in the locker room in New York for the All-Star game, and Magic came in, didn't realize the camera was there. You get a chance to see glimpses of what we behind the scenes get a chance to see who they really are, because we understand image when you're a celebrity or entertainer or whatnot, or athlete, and you got a certain image you got to uphold, but these guys are real people, man, and I'm all about transparency these days, and I love to see the transparency these guys display and to tell stories of what they were thinking during really important and vivid times in my memory, of course, because I was old enough to remember that back then, 20-some years ago, but just to have them relive that and to tell it in their own words how they feel and still feel the emotions that they felt 20-some years ago, I think is incredible, man. I can't wait till Sunday. Love you, my princess.
Favorite sports movie?
Ooh, favorite sports movie. Oh my gosh. That's a tough one, man. I mean, I love Remember the Titans. That's one of my favorite sports movies. Believe it or not, I've never seen Hoosiers. Never seen Hoosiers. I know I should be discounted or disqualified for that. But I would say, I think Remember the Titans, man. I just love Remember the Titans. It's always been something that's always been every time it comes on, and how they come together, because it wasn't just a story about a football team winning a championship and they had to overcome each other to win a championship. And that, to me, like with everything that's going on in the world today, it makes me feel a certain way. So Remember the Titans, because it has a little bit more meaning, a little bit more thought to it than just somebody winning a trophy. It was about winning at life and learning to love and respect each other and becoming a team. And I just wish that our nation would take, heed to what they see in that movie and actually do the same thing.
So favorite hip hop artist currently and old school?
Currently and old school is Jay-Z. Still. Okay. So I mean, that's what makes him so great, man. He's just so remarkable. That's what an icon level that he's been doing it for over 25 years now. And he's still relevant to this day. That's just incredible. So he's still my guy. But, guys like Roddy Ricch, I like new school stuff too. Future, Drake, obviously, those type of people and whatnot. So I'm into it. I got kids, man. I got 18-year-old and 20-year-old. So, I'm good. They keep me hip.
Yeah, so the last few things here. This is a question I've been asking to all my guests that come on the show. About the late Kobe Bryant, to get their own perspective, what he meant to them. And for you, you're a girl. Since you're a girl dad, what did Kobe mean to you, mama mentality, and what did his daughter Gianna mean to you?
Oh man, see, I like that question because that's exactly what I learned from Kobe, man. Just being that girl dad and just instilling that belief that they can become anything that they want to in life, and giving them that power and giving them that mama mentality, man. Kobe was. I didn't realize how much Kobe had an effect on my life until he died. And that's the case for a lot of people. But I've always respected him. He's always been one of my top 5 players of all time, kind of right behind Jordan, to be quite honest with you. And because he has the mentality of, I not only want to win, but I want to take your heart. I want to not necessarily destroy you, but I want to prove to you that no matter what you say about me, it's going to motivate me to be even better. So even if I win this championship, what can I do to improve myself? Because I've gone from that person that was cool with being ordinary, oh, this is what they expect out of me, to demanding extraordinary, to being extraordinary. That's what I demand out of myself now. I don't want to just get by. I don't want to just say, hey, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm a man. I'm not supposed to do this or whatever. And this is what they expect out of me. I want to give you way more than you expect out of me. And Kobe does that, man. So that Mamba mentality means so much to me. And I think that's something that will live in us for a long period of time. At least I'm trying to make it last until the day I die.
Yeah, I see. Every time, like for me, I love working out. Fitness is my thing, and whenever I post my workout videos, I put the hashtag Mamba mentality right next to it, because for me, it means never give up, keep pushing, achieve your goal, and then just keep going until you achieve your goal. And then we have to keep that Mamba mentality going and that legacy going. So, and the last thing here, would you like to say anything to all the frontline people?
Frontline people, you mean the military?
Yeah, military, nurses, doctors.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Just, man, be careful. You know, it's tough. We're praying for you. We're thinking about you. And more importantly, not just saying something to them, but saying something to the citizens that they have to actually take care of eventually. You know, we got to do our part. We got to be responsible. We know it's getting warm and, you know, it's very tempting to want to go outside. We understand that people want to work and definitely want to get them back to work soon or whatnot. But let's be careful and be thoughtful of not only yourself, but the people that you're also affecting, because we haven't gotten past this pandemic. So that's why I'm so passionate about, like, while they say stay at home. Even if they're opening things back up, there are certain things that can still wait, you know. Just when you want to get your hair cut, I want to get my hair cut every week like I used to too. I want to get my nails done. I want to do all that type of stuff. I want to hang out in the bar and go to a restaurant. I want to go to a movie. I want to do all that type of stuff. But I understand that right now just isn't the time. We have to be thoughtful of who we're affecting. And it's not just our lives. And people want to say, yes, it's my life, it's my choice, and they want to protest that. That's fine if it only affected you. But it's not just affecting you. It's affecting a lot of people across the board, because if you go out and you get sick, guess what happens? You can bring it back and you can infect one of your loved ones or a friend of yours or whatever. And then more importantly, if you say, well, I live by myself, well, you got to go to the hospital. Guess what? Those people on the front line that you're talking about, they have to take care of you. And guess what? You're putting their lives and their loved ones in danger. So let's just be thoughtful of, of other people besides ourselves. So yes, my prayers, my thoughts, and everything else, my support goes out to everybody that's on the front line right now, trying to nurse us literally back to health. Yeah,
well said. So whoever is in this chat or live, please, my cousin and I and my brother, we have a GoFundMe page right now. The link is in my bio. It's for the frontline people and for all the local food businesses. We raised over 2K. Yeah, we raised over 2K right now, and we're still going at it. And we've been handing out food supplies to all the cops, to all the frontline people, nurses, doctors, and then we went to the soup kitchen yesterday to deliver more things. So we're going to deliver more things tomorrow and then next week. So if anybody here wants to donate, please check a link on the bio, and we're just helping any kind of way just to keep this going and end this sooner than later. So it would be
Thank you.
So no problem. And I just want to say thank you, Mike Hill. This was an honor for you coming on, and sorry for the confusion again, but it was awesome. And thank you for your service, and you and your family stay safe.
Thank you for having me, man. Be blessed, no problem. And definitely want to support what you're doing too, man. So thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'm going to be posting this interview on all social media formats. So.
Okay, all right, for sure, man. Thanks so much. Enjoy.
No problem.
Be safe, man. God bless.